Imagine this. The glamorous world of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has just been blown wide open in the most vicious, calculated, and heartbreaking way possible. What if I told you that Kyle Richards' own husband, Mauricio Umansky, didn't just slap her in public? He allegedly planned it with her biggest rival, Dorit Kemsley. Yes, you heard that right. Sources close to the situation are now claiming this wasn't a heated argument that went wrong. This was cold, premeditated revenge. A dark, twisted plot years in the making. Dorit didn't just steal Kyle's husband, she allegedly used him as a weapon to completely destroy her. And that's not even the worst part. Multiple secret tapes have leaked, tapes that show Mauricio and Dorit laughing at Kyle, mocking her pain, and admitting the slap at the charity dinner was discussed and agreed upon 1 week earlier. What you're about to hear will leave you speechless. Betrayal doesn't even begin to describe it. Heartbreak, public humiliation, revenge, arrest, leaked tapes, and now a final blackmail video that could destroy everything. Stick with me, because this story gets darker with every single detail. Are you ready? Because what happened next, nobody saw coming. For almost 3 decades, Kyle Richards has been the heart and soul of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, a woman who seemed to have it all: fame, fortune, and a picture-perfect marriage to Mauricio Umansky. But behind the designer smiles and red carpet appearances, Kyle was secretly fighting a desperate, heartbreaking battle to save her 28-year marriage. Insider sources reveal that for years, Kyle publicly defended Mauricio against endless cheating rumors. She stood by him through every scandal, every alleged affair, and every tabloid explosion. She begged, she cried, she tried everything to keep their family together. But according to those closest to the situation, their marriage was already rotting from the inside, emotionally dead, cold, and hanging on by a thread. And right in the middle of this crumbling marriage stood Dorit Kemsley, Kyle's longtime rival and one of the most controversial figures in the entire RHOBH franchise. The tension between Kyle and Dorit wasn't new. For years, the two women had been locked in a silent war. Kyle allegedly questioned Dorit's lavish lifestyle, her money, and her behavior on camera. Dorit, on the other hand, felt Kyle constantly treated her like she was beneath her. Sources say Dorit had been holding on to years of resentment, insults, and perceived disrespect. But here's where everything takes a terrifying turn. What if I told you that Dorit didn't just want to beat Kyle in the drama game, she allegedly wanted to destroy her completely? Leaked reports now claim that Dorit's friendship with Mauricio started innocently. Business meetings, casual lunches, late-night conversations. But it quickly spiraled into a full-blown emotional and physical affair. And this wasn't just about love or lust. Multiple insiders are now saying Dorit saw Mauricio as the ultimate weapon, the perfect tool for her long-planned revenge against Kyle. She allegedly wanted to hit Kyle where it would hurt the most: her marriage, her reputation, and her heart. This wasn't an affair. This was calculated destruction. The stage was set. The players were in position. And one fateful night at a Beverly Hills charity dinner, everything was about to explode in the most shocking, violent, and humiliating way possible. But trust me, what actually happened that night was far darker than anyone could have imagined. Buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you is pure evil. It all exploded on a glamorous Beverly Hills charity dinner, the kind of event where everyone is smiling for the cameras while hiding knives behind their backs. According to multiple insiders who were present that night, the tension between Kyle Richards and Dorit Kemsley had been boiling for years. But nobody expected it to end in violence, betrayal, and pure heartbreak. The argument started when Kyle finally snapped. Eyewitnesses say Kyle stormed up to Dorit and accused her of destroying her family. In a voice shaking with rage and pain, Kyle allegedly screamed, "You pretended to be my friend while you were sleeping with my husband. You have ruined my life." The room went dead silent. But Dorit didn't back down. Instead, she unleashed years of pent-up venom. Insiders claim Dorit looked Kyle dead in the eyes and said, "Maybe if you were a better wife, Mauricio wouldn't have come running to me. You brought this on yourself." The words hit Kyle like a dagger to the chest. What happened next shocked the entire room. In a moment of pure emotional breakdown, Kyle allegedly slapped Dorit hard across the face. Gasps echoed everywhere. For a second, it looked like it was over. But then came the darkest twist of the night. Without hesitation, Mauricio Umansky, Kyle's husband of 28 years, stepped forward and slapped Kyle right in front of everyone. The sound of his hand hitting her face was heard across the ballroom. Kyle stood there frozen, her eyes wide with disbelief, tears streaming down her face. The man she had spent decades defending, protecting, and fighting for had just publicly chosen Dorit over her. The betrayal was catastrophic. Kyle collapsed emotionally right there. She looked at Mauricio, waiting for him to realize what he had done. Instead, he turned his back on her, walked over to Dorit, and comforted her, stroking her face, whispering to her, while his own wife sat on the floor completely shattered. Can you even imagine the pain? 28 years of marriage destroyed in one single slap. But the nightmare was only beginning. 30 minutes later, a devastated Kyle allegedly picked up the phone and called the police. She told them she feared for her safety and filed a domestic violence report against Mauricio. Her voice was reportedly so broken that the operator could barely understand her. At 2:17 a.m., police stormed Mauricio's mansion. And here's where it gets even more twisted. Officers allegedly found Mauricio and Dorit together. He was arrested on the spot, handcuffed, and taken away in front of flashing cameras. The internet lost its mind. #Mauricio arrested began trending within minutes. People were screaming, "How could he do this to Kyle? Dorit is a home wrecker. This is the darkest RHOBH scandal ever." But just when you think this story couldn't get any more disgusting, the first secret tape leaked. Only hours after Mauricio's arrest, a hotel room video surfaced online. In the footage, Mauricio and Dorit are seen half-dressed, laughing together. But they aren't just kissing. They are viciously mocking Kyle. Dorit is allegedly heard saying, "She thought she was better than me, now look at her." Mauricio reportedly joins in, blaming Kyle for everything and laughing at how pathetic she looked after being slapped. The video wasn't just proof of their affair. It was a celebration of Kyle's humiliation. And according to explosive insider leaks, Dorit herself allegedly released the tape. Why? Because her revenge wasn't complete yet. She wanted the entire world to see Kyle broken. This wasn't an affair anymore. This was a cold-blooded, premeditated destruction of a woman who had trusted the wrong people for years. The slap wasn't an accident. The arrest wasn't the end. And those leaked tapes? They were just the beginning. What they were planning next will leave you absolutely speechless. But just when you thought the nightmare couldn't get any darker, it did. Hours after the first humiliating hotel tape went viral, a second video leaked, and this one completely shattered everything we thought we knew. According to explosive insider sources, this new footage was recorded 7 days before the charity dinner. In the chilling clip, Mauricio and Dorit are seen together in a private suite, calmly discussing their sick plan like cold-blooded criminals. They allegedly agreed that if Kyle slapped Dorit in public, Mauricio would immediately slap Kyle back, hard, in front of the entire Beverly Hills elite. Yes, you heard that correctly. The slap wasn't an emotional outburst. It wasn't an accident. It was premeditated. Dorit allegedly wanted Kyle publicly humiliated on camera. Mauricio, the man Kyle spent 28 years protecting, allegedly signed off on the plan to destroy his own wife. This wasn't passion. This was pure, calculated revenge. The internet instantly exploded. The video spread like wildfire across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Within minutes, #pre-planned slap and #Dorit is evil were trending worldwide. Fans were screaming in disbelief. One viral tweet read, "This isn't a reality show anymore. This is a horror movie and Kyle is the victim." The shocking revelation changed the entire narrative. What everyone thought was a messy fight suddenly became one of the most twisted conspiracies in Housewives history. Mauricio wasn't just a cheating husband. He was allegedly an active participant in Dorit's long-planned revenge plot against Kyle. Insiders are now claiming Dorit had been waiting for years to strike. Every fake smile, every lunch, every friendly conversation with Mauricio was allegedly part of a master plan to obliterate Kyle's marriage, her reputation, and her sanity. Kyle reportedly watched the second tape and suffered a complete emotional collapse. Sources say she broke down so violently that she had to be hospitalized. The woman who stood by Mauricio through every scandal was now realizing her husband and her biggest rival had been working together to destroy her in the most painful way possible. But here's the part that should terrify you. This still isn't the final tape. Dorit allegedly has one more video. Something even more damaging, more personal, and more dangerous than anything we've seen so far. And she's not done using it. The internet didn't just explode, it went nuclear. Within hours of the second tape leaking, #Dorit is a demon, #Justice for Kyle, and #pre-planned slap were trending at #1 worldwide. Millions of people were glued to their phones, completely disgusted and hooked at the same time. The RHOBH fandom split straight down the middle in one of the ugliest wars this franchise has ever seen. Team Kyle supporters flooded social media with pure rage. Mauricio didn't just cheat, he helped orchestrate her public humiliation. This is beyond evil. One viral post with over 400k likes read, Kyle defended this man for 28 years and he repaid her with a calculated slap?
I'm shaking with anger.
On the other side, Team Dorit defenders shocked everyone with their cold takes. Kyle slapped first. Maybe she deserved it. One influencer posted, sparking over 100,000 hateful comments. The backlash was so vicious that Dorit's Instagram was temporarily disabled due to death threats and hate.
But it wasn't just the fans losing their minds.
The cast of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills started picking sides and throwing shade in real time. Sutton Strack allegedly posted a cryptic story with broken heart emojis and the caption, "Some betrayals are unforgivable." Erika Jayne reportedly liked multiple posts calling Dorit a calculated homewrecker. Lisa Rinna, never one to stay silent, dropped a shady comment that read, "Careful what you wish for, karma is coming for certain people," widely believed to be aimed directly at Dorit.
Garcelle Beauvais was the most direct.
She allegedly told a close friend in a leaked voice note, "This has gone way too far, Kyle is completely broken.
Someone needs to be held accountable."
Major news outlets like TMZ, Daily Mail, and Page 6 ran non-stop coverage. Headlines screamed, RHOBH's most vicious revenge plot yet and Mauricio and Dorit's sick plan to destroy Kyle. Insider sources say Bravo executives are in full panic mode. Emergency meetings are happening as we speak because this scandal has now gone far beyond the show. It's become a national conversation about betrayal, domestic violence, and calculated revenge.
But while everyone is fighting online, Dorit has gone completely silent.
And according to fresh leaks, she still has one final tape left, the most damaging one of all.
This war is far from over.
But wait, just when you think this story has hit rock bottom, the darkest twist of all is about to drop. Insider sources have just leaked that Dorit Kemsley is still holding on to one final, devastating video. And this one is far more dangerous than anything leaked before. According to multiple reports, this third tape contains extremely private and compromising material involving Kyle Richards.
We're not talking about another hotel room conversation.
This footage is allegedly so personal and humiliating that its release could completely destroy Kyle's reputation forever. And Dorit isn't hiding her intentions anymore. In a chilling ultimatum sent to Kyle's legal team, Dorit has reportedly demanded that Kyle immediately drop all domestic violence charges against Mauricio.
If Kyle refuses,
Dorit has threatened to release this final tape to the entire world.
Yes, you heard that right.
The woman who allegedly helped plan Kyle's public slap is now openly blackmailing her. From revenge-driven mistress to full-blown extortionist, Dorit's obsession with destroying Kyle has reached terrifying new levels. Kyle, who was already hospitalized after watching the previous tapes, is said to be completely broken. Sources claim she has suffered severe emotional trauma realizing that the two people closest to her, her husband and her rival, orchestrated her pain like a sick game.
The betrayal is beyond comprehension.
Mauricio walking free on bail while issuing statements that paint Kyle as the villain. Dorit sitting quietly with the nuclear option in her hands, and Kyle fighting for her life, her reputation, and what's left of her sanity.
This isn't reality television anymore. This is psychological warfare. And here's the part that should leave you speechless. No one knows what Kyle will do next.
Will she drop the charges to protect herself from the final tape? Or will she refuse to bow down, even if it costs her everything?
Dorit still holds all the cards.
The final video remains locked away, for now. But one thing is crystal clear, this scandal is nowhere near over. The darkest secrets of RHOBH are still waiting to be exposed.
Now I need to hear from you.
This is hands down one of the darkest, most twisted scandals in Real Housewives history. The level of betrayal, premeditated revenge, and blackmail we just uncovered is actually sickening. So tell me in the comments right now, and be 100% honest, are you Team Kyle or Team Dorit? Do you believe Mauricio really helped plan that slap to humiliate Kyle in public? Was Kyle justified in calling the police, or is she playing the victim card? And the biggest question of all, should Dorit release that final tape or has she already gone too far? I'm reading every single comment. The internet is divided like never before and I want to know which side you're on. If this video shocked you even half as much as it shocked me, smash that like button right now. We're pushing for 150,000 likes on this video. If we hit that number, I will drop part 3 immediately. In part 3, I'm exposing the full contents of Dorit's final blackmail video, what really happened the night of Mauricio's arrest behind closed doors, Kyle's next explosive move, and whether she will actually drop the charges to save herself.
The drama is only getting crazier.
If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss the next bombshell. This story is far from over. And trust me, what's coming next is even more insane.
Drop your thoughts below.
Which part shocked you the most?
The pre-planned slap? The leaked tapes? Or Dorit's blackmail threat? I'm waiting. Comment now.
This is Rob at its absolute darkest, and we're just getting started.